Hey everyone, Mark D with the Z here, and I've got some action figure repair for you today. So, whether or not your action figure is falling off a shelf, tried to pose them, maybe it's the action figure is not the best quality, or manufacturing defect, or they just get old, or in a fight with an arch villain. So, I'm going to show you how to fix this our action figure today, and the principle applies to pretty much any action figure, uh, arm, leg. So I'm going to switch over to the camera and show you how we can do that. So it's not doesn't take that long. Doesn't You don't need that many tools. You can get some of these from Amazon real easily, or Home Depot, or local craft store. So real simple repair to do. So let me flip over to the other desk cam here, and as I get that set up, also going to flip my mic over. So let me back over there. I'm gonna switch my desk to my desktop mic, and we'll do this repair, and it should only take a few minutes. Okay. So as you can see, uh, arrow. Let me pose down here. Unfortunately, Stephen Amell, the great actor who plays uh, Green Arrow on the show Arrow, seen better days. So what we need to do is get a pin into his leg so we can fix that leg, so we can parkour around again and fight crime. So I've pre-drilled this so it doesn't take that much time. But the first step you're going to need to do is find a piece of metal that you can use as a pin to repair his leg. So what you want to avoid is using a paper clip. Paper clip. You could try if you're, an emergency, but paper clips really aren't that strong. So what I used here was a nail. You can find, either some small nails for hanging up picture frames. Maybe you got some, lying around the house. You can go to Home Depot. You could also, go to McMaster Cars. You just need to find some strong material that's going to work to, for this repair. It can't be that, can't be very thin metal. The other thing you do is maybe a pin from a sewing kit. I've done that before. And then what you need to do is use some cut-off pliers. They've got to be strong pliers. They can't just be wire cutters. They've got to be shears like this. Uh, Otherwise, you're going to damage. Standard pliers won't cut it. And you've got to cut the head of the nail, the small nail or the pin or whatever you're using. So you're going to want to have both sides. You're going to have a sharp edge there. I don't know how well you can see that, but you've obviously got to have both sides have to be open, and don't use a paper clip. Like I said, it's not gonna be strong enough. So the next step is to use a pin drill. You can get these on Amazon, Michaels, Hobby Lobby, about 10, $15, and it comes with a set of really small drills here. And you just basically drill it by hand. You could also put this drill into a Dremel. It's got to have a very fine chuck. As you can see, these are very small drills. Um, and the next step is to measure what pin you're going to use. So if you've got some calipers, now these days, of course, you can get calipers really cheap uh, online. They used to be a couple $100, $100 minimum. So I'm using millimeters here. So if you can see, it's about 1 millimeter, 1.09. 0.09 is so small. So 1 millimeter. And then I'm drilling with uh, zero 0.95, so a little bit less. You always want to go a little bit less. Maybe zero 0.8 would have been okay for this. Depending on the size of your material. And here's, yeah, just some other nails that I had lying around. So if you can see here, you'd cut the head of the nail off, so it would fit into both sides of the action figure. So once you've done that, you're going to carefully pick a spot here. And I tried to glue this at one point just to be lazy. I said, let me do this the right way. So basically, you're going to drill into the action figure using the pin drill, and you're going to at least want to go in about a half inch for strength. So it takes a while to do. You just want to be real careful. These drills are small, the bits are small, so you don't want to snap it. And you want to make sure you're centered on that leg there. That's when you put the pin. If you go too far up or too far back, especially with the way this leg works, it's not going to fit well onto the figure again. So as you can see, the way this works, the joint is actually uh, this is fixed, and the joint is in the leg here. So as you can see, if I put this pin in just to show you how the joint operates, let me get the original pin here. So as the joint operates within the knee here, grab that. So as you can see, this joint goes back and forth here. Now then you're gonna also obviously drill this side with the drill bit here. So you drill that. Try to focus that. So you drill in here. Now the one thing you want to be careful on this side, you don't go too deep. So normally I recommend drilling this figure first, setting this piece in, and then drilling as deep as you need to go so it's flush. But if you go too deep, you could actually get into the pivot point that it's rotating about and lock the leg. So you definitely don't want to do that. You don't want to go too deep there. So it's kind of a give and take. So as you drill back and forth, you can keep testing. How far you need to go with this leg. So as you can see here, I just put this together, push that, and you can see it's deep enough there, and then the leg actually works. So you can check that, test that, and make sure he's got flexibility again, able to fight crime. So what you really should do then is glue these in. This drill bit maybe was a little bit large for this size, so it's a little bit loose. And that's up to you. Leave it like this, and have not have it glued. What I'm going to do is put a few drops of glue here, pin this in so it's a more permanent solution. Now that I've tested that and got it working, so then you want to be real careful. Obviously, you don't get glue on the joint there. So I'm just going to put a drop of glue on my paper here. Of course, the glue, you can never get the glue out when you need it either, right? Especially when you're doing a demo. You just need a drop too. That's the other thing. If you put too much glue, it can really make a big mess of things. There we go. I just had to clean that up. So I put you know, way too much glue there, but then you can just take the pen that we're going to use, put a little drop there, not too much. Let's get that set in here. Now we can do using a pair of pliers. Probably push it down a little bit deeper. Get that right in that leg there. There we go. And the same thing, we're just going to put a drop on the edge here. I'm going to use this. Don't want to put too much on, like I said. Especially this size can be you don't want to lock that leg back up after all this work. So I'm going to place that in. There we go. Make sure it's the right way. Push pretty hard. And then check. Yep, see, so we've got full range of motion like that. You can see the other leg stops about the same spot. There we go. Yeah. So that looks pretty good, as you can see. Let's stand them back up and let that dry. You know, let that dry overnight. Well, it dries pretty quickly, but well, there you go. So we've got the arrow ready to fight crime again. So he's ready to ready to fight Merlin. So oh, no, he doesn't. There we go. I'm gonna stand up there. Let's get those guys into focus. So yeah, so it's a real simple repair. Just be patient as you're drilling drilling those figures. Make sure you go straight. So in summary, all you need is this pin drill kit. I'll post all the links in the description. You need this pin drill kit. You need a nail or a pin uh, from around the house, or get something at Home Depot or Michael, or from the sewing kit. A little drop of glue, some patience, then and your figure will be back to life. So you could use that technique, on an arm that's snapped, or in the hip. Any joints that are broken, you can use that technique, and it's going to be probably stronger than it was originally, because it's got a piece of metal in there. It might not get through the metal detector, but it's going to work. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that little tip there. You won't bring your action figures back to life, and yeah, you always want to you know save those figures, and save some money, and yeah, want to be able to have these guys fight fight crime again. So yeah, any questions, let me know, and hope to catch you on the next repair video. You can never have too many action figures. Remember that. So take care, everyone. Have a great day.
Storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.